Fuck, is it going? Anyway, don't worry, I'm gonna try to play online. Saints fan. I'm not that good at Madden, but I'll try. I'm gonna do a quick match. Yes. Hope I can get a match going. I had one match, but I wasn't third, which I wasn't fortunate. The others. Yeah, we're living wide open, unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Y'all can tell I'm a Saints fan too. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that.
Tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game
because I'm playing the Falcons
between two proven wide receivers. It's Brandon Cooks going up against Julio Jones. With that, let's send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are on the call.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta.
Good luck, man.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Breeze now on first down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And this last year, right around mid-season, it's kind of when Michael Thomas emerged as Drew Brees' favorite target. And he finished leading all rookies, 92 catches, over 1,100 yards.
And one of the things I remember most about learning about Michael Thomas last season when I did a Saints game was finding out how much winning meant to him. Multiple teammates talked about after a loss how upset he was, how much he put into practice getting ready for the next week, and how much he was looking at other guys and wondering, do you care as much as I do? And that's a really big deal for a rookie receiver, and he translated it into action the rest of the year.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Nice.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead,
that was nice. No, I give you that. That was nice. That was
now
nice.
The veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on fourth down. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems. Taken right around the 44. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On first down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated in 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, Going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers, so you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones, just 6 touchdowns, but of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch.
You should have had that.
And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
On third down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
It's true, it's true. I'm not surprised with you either. You were doing good there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Deep drop. He sets to fire deep. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there.
Had that.
And it'll be second down. Here's a look at the young Atlanta Falcons, although next year, obviously, everyone will be a year older. So rookies like Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, Devondre Campbell, an extra year. Well, their only year, but a year under their belt now to get better.
They're just young and growing, aren't they? I mean, I expect their play to continue to accelerate and elevate. And think about the building blocks they had in front of them. Second-year guys in 2016 who had big years. Grady Jarrett, a monster in the Super Bowl, tied a sack record in that game against New England. And Vic Beasley led the NFL in sacks for the regular season with 15 and a half, and also had 6 forced fumbles. Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped
he got hit hard, that's why. He would have had it, but you hit him hard.
He was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Let's take it at around the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over.
Oh, yeah, definitely,
And here now come the Falcons. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And his throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's third down.
He could have.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And he comes back with one complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons called on Matt Bryant. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football, comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. On second down, Ingram. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. For Ingram, he topped the 1,000-yard mark this year for the first time in his 6-year career.
Didn't he just come out of Alabama last year?
That's what it feels like, right?
I mean,
hard
it's
to
amazing.
believe 6 seasons he's had.
Won a Heisman Trophy there, finally over 1,000 yards as a pro, and he increased his number of long runs, becoming a much better ball carrier into the secondary.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They come up in an offset eye. Breeze now to throw. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. With Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin, it's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10.
Oh, yeah, you have 3 on the board, man. You did a nice field goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. This is Ingram on first and 10.
Oh, you read
and
that
they're
play.
going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Not yet. I don't have to
into
yet.
the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
You're not that down. You're only down by 4.
Morstead out now following the touchdown.
Yeah, it's only you still got 2 more quarters. Plus, you still got 5 minutes in this quarter, so you still got enough time to catch up.
And he'll take
Not
this
that far
up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point.
Oh, you're good with the run.
When you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
Oh, he caught it.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year.
I'll give you that.
In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is, and I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait.
Oh, nice.
Wrong about
You're good with your juice.
He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a 3rd Pro Bowl in 2017.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan up. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On second down, here's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They
you read that.
Right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. early predictions for that one? Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no.
Not going nowhere this time.
Starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones,
they
find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. A good pick up there, 26 yards. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On 2nd down, Ryan eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off.
And he's got his tight end, Tammy. Touchdown, Falcons.
I'll give you that.
Jacob Tammy.
This is a good game now. This is like football. This is like football
for
a Sunday game.
The lead. And he's able to put it through.
This is football. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Now
this
after
is
the
real
touchdown,
football
it's
now. We're
Bosher
playing
to
a real
kick it away.
game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Yeah.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball.
Looking for his tight end Fleeter, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, man. Okay, I screwed up there. I screwed up. Man.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On 1st down, Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10.
There you go.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown.
He got a touchdown. No, he got a touchdown for you.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
He just ran it right through the middle. I wasn't sticking the middle. I was blitzing. I gotta play more zone. That's my problem.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up in an offset eye. Breeze now. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Going for it all. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And bring up third down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And some space here. The 40. Past the 20.
He has somebody in the back.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers.
I know.
What a way to finish.
I bet.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Ryan on second down. And Tammy with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
I really don't think that Julio Jones could be happier right now. Plenty of catch opportunities in this game. He's converted them. and his team's winning.
And Matt
What I
Ryan's
mean?
happy, too, to have and he'll take it in.
Here's somebody else laughing. There's no way in hell.
Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball
I like your
again
play.
with a chance for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Breeze trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 68 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there is no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
They'll look to run with Ingram, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we said with the offense coordinator and the head coach, they felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Got that ball
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
I'll give you that.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And the way this offense has moved
Sometimes
the ball, he hasn't been needed until here in the 3rd.
Oh, I was about to say, it was like, yo, I've been faked all day.
Taken right about the 40. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, you had 3 defenders on him. I threw the ball late on him.
21-yard line.
It's all right,
Now
though.
the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
No, it's like you had 3 defenders
We'll
on
see if they can have their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On first down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
Damn.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches
trying.
here.
You get him one.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll take this one
I
up
thought
close
you
to
would
about
have
the
had
45.
it.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with
I
3rd
thought
and
you
just
would
a
have had
yard.
it.
Back now in Atlanta.
Probably about
it's
a
the
yard.
Falcons.
Oh,
They've
yeah,
got the
it is
football.
about a
They've got the
yard. I
lead
thought it was
as we get
inches.
set to start the 4th. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
Caught it
Well,
with the ball bound.
There. Get it to your tight end.
caught it. It was not
and make
incomplete.
it a one-on-one
He caught
play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end.
Yeah,
but not
I know.
there.
That
Not in
was
this
crazy.
situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And complete on the right side. It's Tammy. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm shocked.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Second and 10. It's right. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. Now 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails,
what?
I'm
shocked in that.
Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Ryan, flush to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Looked like he ran out anyway.
They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds. All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. So out come the Falcons now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On 2nd down, Ryan. Dancing to his left. That's complete right around the 8. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Saints.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And
what
now
the
here's
fuck?
another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them.
Damn, Matt Ryan sounds like Michael Vick.
Just think about your routine.
Treat Matt Ryan like Michael Vick now.
Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Freeman again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that's caught by Tammy. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. It's a pickup of 19
Hey, he won for it.
And on 4th down, they're able to
on 4th down,
move
make the field goal.
They come out here in the eye. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. To throw for him is Ryan. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
All right.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human. I'm a human now, but I used to be. I used to be your raindrop. Word up. I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it. I let it.
Oh, that's it for now, guys. All see is I got tricked of a little kid. You know what I mean? It's all right. It's all right.
That's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying to relate. I'm just trying to relate. I'm just trying to relate.
All right. Like I said, somebody else was playing behind the scenes. I could tell. Wait, he switched up. Yeah. Don't ever fall for that like I did. But yeah, that was a good game though. All right, I'll see you.